Hi everyone, welcome back to the Sistering Book Club. Today I am doing my February wrap up. Lexi won't have one this month because she was too busy and didn't read any books. So I only read 5 books this month. The first one I read is Love and Other Disasters. This was the January book of the month, but I just finished it. I gave this book 3 stars. It's about a girl who is going to a cooking competition and runs into somebody, and they just like, I don't know, she's just like really attracted to them. I don't really remember it that well because it was a while ago that I finished it, but her love interest is somebody that identifies as non-binary and kind of like jumps between their perspective and her perspective, and kind of like the struggles that they have with people just accepting them, like, yeah. And she just wants to win this baking competition, I guess. It's like a cooking show that they're on. It was fine, it was whatever. I liked the idea of it, but it was just like, The next book I read is You Love Me. Who's this by? Anita Kelly. And this is by Carolyn Kepnes. I don't know how you say her name. I gave this 4 stars. This is the 3rd book in the You series. I do believe there's going to be another one, and it's just Joe being Joe. I feel like all 3 of them have just kind of like been the same. I feel like the first one was the best one. And they just like, they're not like the show. So if you're gonna read them, don't think that they're gonna end up being like this. I don't know. The first one was like pretty okay. The second one kind of got off. The third one, not even a little bit the same. But it was good. I like her writing, and yeah, just crazy. The next book I read is Sky in the Deep by Adrienne Young. I gave this book 5 stars. I really liked this book, actually. It's about a girl. She is, I think this is probably a young adult book. By probably, I mean definitely. It's about a young girl. She's like trained to be a warrior, and she ends up being taken by her enemy, and Finnegan honey. She's taken by the enemy, and I don't really want to say too much about it to like ruin anything, but it was written really nicely, and it was a good book. The plot was like kind of, there wasn't like too much going on, it was just, there was like her, I don't know how much is like said on this, but her brother died, and then I don't know, Finnegan, enemies working together. It's like basically what it is, and she's like held hostage by her enemy. But the next book I read is Rhapsodic by Laura Thalassa. That was a little dyslexia. I gave this book 3 stars. So I liked it, but okay, so it's about a girl, and she's a siren, and she keeps making these deals with the bargainer, and he's like, comes in, he will help you with like whatever problem you have, and then you have to repay your debt. And so she calls him when she's 15 to come and help her clean up this mess that she made. And so he gives her like a little bracelet bead and was like, when you become an adult, then you can like, we'll cash that in. And then she turns 16, which is in this world an adult, and she keeps calling him back and making bargains with him just to like hang out. And so I kind of hated that it jumped from the past into the present. I hated reading the past because I just thought it was like weird, because like he's an old man, like 30 or something, and she's like 16, and they're like, oh my god, like we love each other. And I hated that like a lot. So I just kept trying to pretend like she wasn't 16, but then she just kept bringing it up. Like, but it went from that to 7 years later. They had like a falling out, I guess, and then they're like got back together or whatever. I don't know. So this book was like, it was whatever. Last book I read this month was A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, and I gave this book 4 stars. This is the A Court of Thorns and Roses, the fifth book. This is Feyre's sister's perspective. This is from Nesta's point of view and Cassian's, and it was just like, it was fine. It was fine. I like her writing, and I like the story. I just like, I don't really like Nesta, so I didn't really feel like that excited to read this, and it took me a long time to actually pick it up, but I did, and it was fine. But that is all the books that I read this month. I will probably read about the same next month, because that's just like how it be. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.